Hi. Yesterday, I sent my client a new logo. Yay! Bright, shiny new logo. And as normal, I sent her her brand guidelines. So she has a logo with artwork from the JPEG and the PNG files, which is great for her to use online. And then I send her the EPS, which means that she can use the logo as a vector, which can be teeny weeny or as big as a house, and the quality will still be the same. So she's armed with her logo and she can use it wherever on whatever she needs it for. And I also give her the brand colour palette. So from the logo I extract the key colours, and then if there are any additional ones that I think could complement her colour palette, then I'll add them in there too. And I tell her the fonts, and I say, you know, this is your main font and this is your secondary font. And I package it all up and send it off, and she says, oh yes, thank you very much, that's lovely. But what am I going to do with it? And I was like, I'm trying to be so helpful, but for me it's quite obvious. I'm a designer and yeah, I do this every day. But for you guys who are business owners who just get armed with this information, what do you do with it? So, just for you, your logo is the face of your company, so that goes everywhere. You know, it goes on the bottom of emails, it goes on your proposal documents, so it could go in Word, it goes on your PowerPoint presentations, as well as all your marketing, from your website to your pull-up banners, posters, leaflets. Logo is your brand mark. It's instantly recognisable as you, so use it and abuse it everywhere you can, everywhere you are. The next thing you have is your colour palette. So this ideally would come from your logo, because if you think about an orange supermarket, you automatically think of Sainsbury's, and you need to get that sort of brand recognition on your colours. So say you've got a blue logo, then that blue becomes synonymous with you just as much as the logo does, and it appears on all your documentation. You might use pull-out blocks, solid blocks of that blue. You might use all your titles in that blue, anything that's pull-out. I mean, you don't have to go nuts with blue, for example, but make sure it's visible, make sure it's there, because if your logo is your face, then your colour palette is your clothes, if you like. You know, you wear it, you use it, and it becomes recognisable as you. Same goes for your fonts. So I sent over the 2 fonts and I said, okay, well, you know, you've got this beautiful serif font, that's your main font, use that for your main headers and titles in your brand colours. And then we've got this complementary sans serif font, perfect for legibility, so use that as your body copy. And again, as well as the logo and the colour palette, your font becomes synonymous with you and people will start to recognise it. And this is how you build relationships with people. It's through consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. I say it all the time, but you know, you're building relationships, and relationships come through what you say, how you say it, but also in a very visual sense as well. So yeah, be consistent, and use your colours and your fonts and your logos the same everywhere, always, 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 always. You can't just turn around one day and say, oh, actually, I think I fancy using this font today, and today's a pink day, I think we'll be a bit of pink today. The consistency is key to your branding. Anyway, I hope that's useful. I'll see you next week.